We're live na raw
Ayan,
siya.
we're live na.
Yes. Okay. Hi to all of you. So we're here once again in the Gen Z show. We're live as well in our Facebook and also in our YouTube channel. So hello to all of you. Well, it's a Monday afternoon, so of course here
Yes.
within standard time. But for those outside the country, whatever time zone you are at right now. So well, we greet you with a have a nice day and of course a good week ahead to all of you. This is the Gen Z show. My name is Floy and with me is no other than
Hi guys, it's Jamie.
yeah. So for today, we'll be talking about how to develop good communication skills. Okay, but before that, before we discuss about this, let's first discuss about one of the events that we have organized for our community in Tache. So we
Mhm.
have also um, promoted that event here in Kumu. So
Yes. Mhm.
for those who are not aware yet, so we had out an event last January 28th, which is the event's name is Get Hired from Home Web Conference. No, so we had we have three main speakers and we also have a panel discussion. So they have discussed about different topics. So we'll go over this and so that you also have at least more of like ano lang, so what will happen is more of like a recap of uh,
Mhm.
the last January 28th event. Then at the same time we'll also go with our topic for today, which is how to develop good communication skills, especially for those who are kumbaga, if you're not that confident yet in talking to other people or not just by talking, it's as simple as communicating. So communicating through email or whatsoever way of communication. So how we can develop that, no? So before that, again, so Jamie, how was your weekend?
My week, my weekend was very good, Sir Floy, actually, because I was able to treat my whole family sa isang dinner sa Tagaytay. So
Wow.
it's a blessing, kasi hindi naman kami ganun ka dalas
Mm-hmm.
nagde-dinner out. So it's really a great experience and the kids enjoyed it. So I'm their fun Aunt Jamie na from now on.
Wow.
But how about you, sir? How was your weekend?
Mine was um, of course, still a good weekend though. We had to rush my eldest to the hospital that was last Friday. So
Mhm.
he had some ano lang um you call this, he had he had a hard time of breathing. So and then later we found out na yun nga, asthma is the cause or that's
Oh.
the diagnosis of the doctor. So he has asthma. So yun nga lang, the bad side of that is that will be forever. But maybe kaya naman daanan if there will be more physical, exercises. And then at the same time, of course, good thing is that he's okay. He's totally okay naman now. So which is that's why we were still able to have a good weekend pa rin naman.
Weekend, yes. That's good.
Yeah. So yes, Jamie. So let's talk about the last event. No, so that's the Get Hired from Home web conference. So
Mm-hmm.
first off, the name of the event itself. So why did we name the event "Get Hired from Home Web Conference"? So what was the reason behind that?
Right. Well, right now, kasi Sir Floyd, we have plenty of opportunities online. And the digital opportunities right now is booming. It's because international clients are looking for talented Filipinos talaga. And we
Mm-hmm.
want to maximize them. We want to maximize the talent of each Filipinos that they could really deliver a world-class service.
That's right.
And talagang nakakapagkompetensya yung mga Filipinos sa market ngayon digitally. So with the home web conference that we had last 28th, it really helped our audiences na alam mo yun, to identify, to understand and explore yung opportunity na meron in the digital or the work remote opportunities na yan. So, ayun, kaya tayo nagbigay ng mga iba't ibang topics about working remotely and all that.
Yeah, well,
Ayun.
kasi as what you mentioned nga earlier, Jamie, no? So, um, before, no, when it comes to Filipino talents, what we know is that Filipinos are really good I mean looking for employers. If they get to be kumbaga more of like kumbaga parang palabas, no? So parang they get to be they get to be OFWs, no?
Right.
So now in today's world, no, so we're talking about the digital world, no, a lot of Filipinos are gets to excel when it comes to doing or showing their skills, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of Filipinos are being recognized with that. So in recognition in a way of like a lot of Filipinos can already or are already working with different global clients. For example, let's say I'm a financial or data analyst. So gone are the days that I'll do the usual work from the office setup. So
Mm-hmm.
in today's world, you can just simply like um, work with the employers that you want. Then at the same time, you also get to work on a remote work basis, meaning
Right.
you get to stay at the comfort of your home. You get to pick the good employer that you want or the best employer for you that you want. Then at the same time, you also get to demand for the compensation that you think you deserve to get. So and a lot of these talents are being paid well, a lot are being paid through in conversion of US dollar rate. So something like this, no. So that's a good thing. And with the event that we had, it was able to help a lot of our attendees or our registrants, no, to for them
Yes.
to realize that hey, if I'm still working in the usual setup, maybe the event was the gateway for me to understand that there are a lot of ways. No? So let's go with the first speaker of that event. For the first speaker, he talked about creating um, uh, a good marketing campaign through Meta Business Admin.
Business. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, diba? So, or for those who don't know yet, so Meta is formerly known as Facebook Business. No, so now it's called Meta
Meta
Business.
business. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, other than although he did not talk that much about the creating of ads itself, no, but what he more focused on is that how you can make your product more enticing. So
Mm-hmm.
you can position the product itself in a form of that you can highlight the specialty of the product or the service that
Mm-hmm.
you want to promote, and then from
Right.
there you can just simply maximize meta business and get to target the right market that you want. Because that's the good thing when it comes to meta business or other social media platforms. No, you can easily target the specific market that you want. Unlike before, when we're talking about marketing in early 2000s, for example, or in a marketing setup, no. So usually when you want to target a specific market, ano bang usual way? So you have billboards, which is expensive. You have TV shows, which is also expensive. What are the other options? So
Newspaper. Very traditional. Yeah.
so it's
Classified
also
ads. Mm-hmm.
expensive, di ba? It's also very
Mm-hmm.
expensive. So ano pa, flyering. So the thing
Mm-hmm.
is that I also, but ako personally, I also had an experience in doing flyering. And it's not effective for me. Kasi nga, what happens is that when you get to give your flyer to whoever people that you want to give your flyer with, you're promoting something or promoting your product, no? Tendency is that my attention as a potential client is not into the flyer that you're trying to show me. So what we'll do, maybe I'll just get it, or maybe hindi ko nga
Mhm.
ito papansinin eh. But if even if I get it, the most of the
Walang
time,
interest.
yeah, walang interest. Most of the time, nangyari is that ipapasok lang sa bulsa and then gagawin lang
Right. Correct.
gagawin.
Correct.
That's what happens in the traditional setup. So today in the
Mhm.
digital world, you can just easily target the market that you want. So let's say you are ano ba, let's say you're selling a beauty product, no? So you can like create a flyer wherein that flyer you give that to a let's say I mean sa senior, no? Will you give that flyer to them? Are they the right market, or may makita ka na lalaki na masal, will you give your flyer to that? Eh, you're trying to offer beauty products, no? So in meta business, what you can do is like you can target the specific market that you want. So, for example, you can like target women in what location that you want to target. For example, your let's say your products are mostly will be you can easily ship within Metro Manila. So what you can do, you up your ads in Metro Manila so that you can just like target that market that you want because it's more practical for you, and then just target, let's say, women only, because that's I have a limited budget. So what I want is that my money gets to be maximized properly. So what I'll do, so I'll target women, and then I'll target like at the age of like um, let's say 25 to 40 years old. So that's the age range that I want to target. The specific market that I want. Gender wise, I only want female, and then location, I only want Metro Manila. Through digital marketing, through let's say Facebook ads, the Meta business ads, you can already do that. No, and even their behavior. So may naalala ko yung Jamie when we're also doing I also did Facebook ads, no. So even those who are always check e-commerce sites like Lazada, Shopee, pwede mo ring i-target. So ganun ka powerful when we're talking about um let's say meta ads business per se, no. And that's what our first speaker discussed in our last event, no. So other than that, he also get to emphasize the success of his own business because with a minimum amount of marketing budget that he has allocated, they were able to maximize it. They were able to X10, X20, and now he's doing good with his own business. So that's how it can change your life, no. So when it comes to
Exactly. With the right strategy. Mhm.
yes, with the right strategy. So what else? So how about Jimmy for the second speaker, si Niels, because you're the one who interviewed him. What
Yeah.
was your ano, kumbaga the learning tidbits that you were able to
Right.
realize?
Well, for Coach Neil, I've learned a lot. Actually, we had like an hour of interview, and he talked about his life, his ups and downs before, and it was really really inspiring. And one thing that I learned about him is, we deserved a good life, and um in terms of having a remote work, you should also understand and know that what you are what you're worth as a professional. And ang sabi nga nila, ang good life daw is hindi pera-pera lang. That's what he's saying. Sometimes we tend to like look for, what do you call this? Look for a good compensation, but may mga times kasi sa life that you really need to get that instead of getting zero. So it's a really, really good reminder for all of us. Like, if you really want to learn something, you just accept it and learn from it. And then from there, you can ask a better salary. But if they can't give that to you, at least acknowledge that it is still an opportunity, especially for all breadwinners out there. Kasi mahirap talagang tanggihan yung mga kahit ganun kaliliit na na blessings ba. it's still huge for other people. Ayun yung tinuro niya sa akin kasi before I used to think of looking for a better compensation, a better salary kahit I'm a beginner. And
Mm.
he discussed that it doesn't matter right now, especially you're a beginner, since um, you are looking for a new opportunity to learn. And that's something that you need to focus on first before asking for a higher salary.
Yeah.
So I'm actually, I agreed with that completely. And by the way, with that talk, we just figured out that some of our audience, actually sort of like 86% of our audience are breadwinners.
Mm.
So yung topic na binigay niya talaga is very very timely. So
Yes.
yeah, learning a good skills would really help you a lot and your family. It will save your family's life. So you should, you should start working on yourself first before having or looking for a great opportunity, because it will come naman once
Yeah.
you know your, as what he mentioned, once you know your worth as a professional and as a person. So yon, medyo in-depth yung talk niya na yon about it, because it's more personal and life-changing kasi sa kanya yung paniniwala niya na yon. So yon,
Mm.
it's really nice. It was a good talk.
Yeah, what I also like about Neil is that he was able to let our audience realize that he also started from scratch. Actually, he started from
Exactly.
negative. No,
Yeah.
so his experience was he lost someone from the family, he lost his job at the same time, and
A good
then
job.
was really, kumbaga, yeah,
Mhm.
it was really humbling for him that he was able to undergo those things, so that those things became like a preparation for him to achieve something better for his life, no, or his life and his family's. So he's doing good right now, but he did not let us picture that thing. I mean, he did not let us picture that I'm already successful. Not only that, because he was able to explain that all of those achievements that he was able to get, it all started from zero, from him humbling himself. Just kumbaga, yung as simple as how he was able to look for his first corporate client, up to the
Mm,
point that he was already entertaining multiple clients. It's very humbling, and a lot of our those who are working in this kind of setup, in the outsourcing industry setup, gets to experience the same thing, especially if you're a
right.
breadwinner. No? So, I mean, you have to juggle a lot of things in order for you to find that best, I mean, to find the right path for your career. So, we again, as what you said, no, we really need that as if let's say you get to decide to work remotely, we need this kind of stories, so that
Mm-hmm.
once you're there already, we know that nagsimula tayo from nothing, and yet eto na tayo, so that in the future we can maybe pay it forward, let those who want to experience the same thing experience, learn from maybe mistakes, or from all of those humble challenges that have
Right.
happened, especially for Neil's case. No? So yeah, and then we also had Vicky. So our very own Vicky, she talked about how technologies has evolved in today's recruitment process. So which is, again, it's also very timely because yun nga, unlike before, when we're talking about um, the recruitment process, you really have to you really have to as in you go walk into an office that you want and pass your resume and hope that someone will be calling you, and then at the same time that interview process will really take some time. There are series of interviews, so ako na experience ko yun eh. I mean, five interview process, and then at the end of that interview hindi ka pa rin pala makukuha. So and yet today you can like have technology help you make things easier. So through what? So for example, there are um, job hiring sites wherein you get to put in there all the skills that you know and then match you with the right employers in need of that
Mm-hmm.
kind you have. And then at the same time, you can like gauge whatever skills or knowledge that you have, and then let those potential employers get to see that. And then once they get to see that, they can already call you because I mean everything you can see through the internet already. And then
Right.
as what Vicky also explained, is that our very own touch. We have our own plans in terms of the evolution of technology in the hiring process. Through what? Through a mobile app. So we're going to release our own mobile app. So for those who are not yet aware, no, so we're going to have our own mobile app wherein will help a lot of Filipinos find the right or match you with the good clients. Let's say a global client wherein you'll get paid as what you want. Then at the same time, give you the best benefits that you can get through the own services of Touch, which is will be launching this within the year. No, so that's what Vicky discussed, and then of course we also had the panel discussion, which is what happened in that panel discussion. I don't know
Well,
if
for
you
the
have panel
well,
discussion.
for the panel discussion, we actually interviewed the top employers of Tacha. So they shared with us all the things that they've learned during the work. I mean, during working with Tacha, and at the same time, they just spill all their secrets kung ano yung
Yeah,
galing sa kanila. So a lot of people are really intimidated when you say they are top notch. Parang may mga kakilala kang top notch. And all their stories, lagi nagsisimula talaga, napansin ko, Sir Floyd, nagsisimula sila lagi sa humble beginnings. Like, they
yeah.
don't know what they're doing. Like, there's this one person, I'm not, is it Ameline? What's the name of Aveline? I think,
Adeline,
yeah, she
the
mentioned
baby.
that, yes, she mentioned that she tried applying to Tache second time. Two times
Yeah,
siyang nag-apply. So, wala siyang she didn't give up that easily. She tried again. She improved her skills, and right now she's one of the top. I mean, 'di ba? Sobrang ganda ng ganung
this one, yeah,
types
one
of
of the most
journey.
in-demand
Yeah.
VAs in Thatcher right now. Yeah. Well, kasi I know why you discussed that. Someone commented in our Facebook page. She said that she applied or recently applied in Thatcher, and then another one said is also waiting for our call. So for those who are waiting for our call from our recruitment team to call you, just hang on there.
Mhm.
We'll you get the call that you call from us anytime soon. It's just again as what we mentioned, we're really getting a lot of applications, so we have to really screen it. So kami rin, of course, as much as we want to call all of you, we also have to screen properly kasi nga, what we have is that we have the also the best employers out there, the best global employers out there. So we
Right.
want to match the best candidates as well. So if you think that you're the best candidate, of course, feel free to apply. But if you think there are things that we still need to develop, take that all of that digital course that you can get. I mean, there are a lot of free digital courses out there. You just have to take that and put that into your CV, in your resume, or apply that in your
Mhm.
skills. And then once you get to adopt that, that will help you to get an edge over other applicants. So I mean, that's how you do it when it comes to your application getting recognized. I mean, really, we're with our event alone. I think we were able to get around 300 plus
Yes.
applications. So
Mhm.
with that 300 plus applications, we have to match those people who have applied into different positions that we have, and try to see it if it will match with client A, client B, or whatever client. And then from there, doon pa lang namin kayo matatawagan. So, have
Right.
questions as well. But I mean, kaya nga, that's why we're here. Jane and we are here. Our team are here. Tachi Careers are here. Because as you guys are waiting for that call from us or other employers, potential employers of yours, no. So what we're doing is that give you the knowledge that we can give in order for you to get to get an edge with your
Yes.
application. So we'll help you improve your skills. So not just through this show, because as what we also mentioned in our event, we'll also have other online courses that we will provide for free to all of our to our touch community. So also in our Kumu, so those who are watching, and yeah, sabi ni Jen, we already have 100 plus. So yeah, we have 100.
Wow. Hi, everyone. Hello.
Yes. So yun. So that's basically the recap of the Get Hired from a Web conference. So do we still have future events in Tache like this, Jamie?
Definitely, definitely. And if you want to join us in our upcoming events, don't forget to follow us on our social media accounts kasi doon namin nilalagay lahat ng details in mga upcoming events this year. We have plenty for you guys. And one good thing kasi sa mga events kay Tache is we also conduct online job fair.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a two situation. It's a
Job
win-win
fair.
situation. You will learn, and at the same time, there's an opportunity there sa event na yon. So stay tuned, and also again follow us on our social media accounts to stay updated.
Yeah.
Ayan.
So yun nga. Thank you for mentioning about the job fair. Yes, we had that job fair as well. So aside from the talks that we provided to our attendees, we also had we posted multiple positions available in Tache. So from there, again nga, that's what I mentioned then earlier. We had 300 plus applications. So yeah, that's what makes our event unique. No, so
Yeah.
other than giving the quality talks that you need, the job applications or job opportunities that we can provide you is also
Mhm.
there. And then of course, we also give this for free. So
Yes.
that's our combo. That's ours. Kumbaga, that's ours. Special formula in order to make
Sabi nga
our
nila, sir, ano yun? Sasaingin na lang. Ayun, nakahanda, nakakainin mo na lang.
ah
So,
okay. Nakasaing na. Okay, okay. So, yeah, yeah, 'di ba?
ayan.
So, kakain ka na lang, parang gano'n. Sabi yeah, yeah.
Yan.
So,
Sorry.
yun. I mean, so that's what we have for
Mhm.
our Get Hired from a Web conference. So, we have a lot of events lined up for you. So, to those that weren't able to join, we have our YouTube channel. It's also recorded there. You can watch it. So just go to Tache Careers, and then you can watch your replay. For those who still want to apply in our positions, there are a lot of positions still open. So go to our Facebook page lang in Tache Careers. You'll see one of our posts there. Actually, most of our posts, you'll see the link where you can apply. So just apply in any of our job openings. Okay. So yeah, Jamie. So let's talk about how to develop good communication skills. So that's
Right.
the main topic for today. So
Right.
let me ask you, why did you come up with this topic?
All
What's
right.
the reason behind this?
Actually, okay. So I actually suggest, guys, I suggested this topic. It's because it's based on my own experience, I guess. I am an introvert, well, before. I
Mhm.
really don't like,
Everybody, yeah.
yeah, I really don't like talking to people. It's not because I don't like them, it's just that I'm awkward. I'm an
Mhm.
awkward person. I don't know how to build communication with them. And during on in my, corporate days, it's really hard for me to build my self-esteem because I don't know how to communicate well. I've talked to so many professionals. I've listened to them, and it's kind of intimidating. And I think that's one of the reason why I come up with this topic. Kasi I've heard so many people, especially yung mga network ko ngayon, they wanna learn something, but they don't ask it kasi natatakot sila na they get to, parang ma-judge sila and all that. And they don't want to voice out their thoughts
Mhm.
because hindi nila kayang sabihin or enunciate. sa ibang tao. So in your career wise, it has a really big impact kasi, the good communication skills. And let's be realistic, a lot of employers um is looking for that, like a good communication skills. And as what Lou mentioned, good communication skills can really give you an edge, especially if you apply for a foreign client. So if you are
Mhm.
thinking of being a VA, a social media manager, or someone na gusto lang magkaroon ng dollar, di ba? I mean, basically, you'll just have to face it na magkakaroon ka ng foreign client. So you really have to build that kind of strength or skills. So yun yung reason, Sir Floyd,
Yeah.
why I chose to have that this topic today.
Yeah. Well, for your case, I mean, we know a lot of introverts that were able to cope up with
Yes.
I mean communicating with talking to other people. So of course, yun lang, the limitation will always be the small talks.
Yeah.
So, di ba? So most of the time, introverts, they're like pretty much exact with whatever they want to say, and then once the conversation is done, we're done. So yun, I
Yeah.
mean that's how
Isang
things work.
tanong, isang sagot. Oh.
Yes. So ako naman, I mean, in my case, I consider myself more of like a uh, introvert, extrovert at the same time.
Ambivert po ang tawag dyan.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Mm.
it's a hybrid kumbaga setup. So there are times that I'm okay talking with a lot of people. There are times that I just want to be alone.
Yeah.
So but I mean in terms of communication, what are the things that I have prepared? Uh First off, when I was about to enter in the corporate life, um in my first months, I still remember what my boss told me. He told me that I can talk to other people daw. So parang doon ako nagtaka kasi I was hired as a marketing assistant. So that was my first job. But my work was really more of like documentation. Then suddenly,
Mm-hmm.
my boss told me you can communicate, you can talk to people. So doon ako takantaka na suddenly just told me you have to prepare yourself in few minutes time. You'll be going to different offices and then you'll present about the company, what we
Right.
offer the company. So I mean, I'm happy that I was able to hear that. There was pride within myself, but I also knew that um, I, I might get intimidated because there will be a chance that I'll be talking with the people much older than me and more knowledgeable than me. And at the same time, maybe they're more confident talking than I am during the time. Pero what I did was I well there are a lot of preparations that I have done. So one is that I've joined communication orgs like I don't know if you know about Toastmasters. That's one of the organizations that I joined. So for Toastmasters, it helps you to to communicate, present to an audience in a form of using the English language. So, kasi I mean I was just a fresh student back then, so talking in purely English was like it's not my forte, and then at the same time I knew that I don't want the idea of talking to a lot of people. Pero
Right.
when I joined Toastmasters, I just actually realized that there's that there's kumbaga fulfillment with communicating with a lot of people. So what I did was yun lang, I prepared myself. So I and then at the same time of course, I research about the topic that I want to discuss, and then from there, put that confidence as well in me on how I should communicate whatever topic that I want to communicate to other people. So um, the the tonality should also be there when it comes to talking to people. So I mean, yung kasi yung problema when, let's say, if you're an introvert, no? So most of the introverts kasi mahina talaga yung boses when it comes to talking to people. So that's, I think that's one of the things that some introverts should also develop. When you
Yeah.
get to talk to other people, that the right tonality should be there. So you should, I mean, hindi naman kailangan na sobrang hina yung voice mo, but at least it will be it's understandable. The person you're talking with will easily understand what you're saying. You should be clear with the words that you'll be saying, and then
Mm-hmm.
there should also have that special kind of course, you also have to be confident in talking kasi mafe-feel yan ang kausap mo eh. So tanda ko pa yun, I talk about I was with an HMO company. So I talked to a crowd already. I mean, as in by the hundreds, by the thousands of people. I was just like 20 years old back then. And then there are times that I went to different offices and then I talk about diseases. Yung kasi yung pag healthcare, I get to discuss the company benefits about healthcare benefits nila. So I talk about illnesses that should not be covered, illnesses that is coverable, cases that coverable or not, things like this. And then a lot of times when I get to present as ang title ko pa nun was orientation specialist. So tinransition na ako from marketing to orientation specialist. So there are a lot of times when I talk, there were doctors in the area. So when every time that I get to find out that they're doctors, doon ako medyo kinakabahan, okay, if I'll be asked about scientific terms, will I be able to discuss about it? And then later on, I was able to realize that I can naman because the difference is that um, I just have to show that I'm confident with the subject matter that I'm talking about. And then if the topic goes beyond the discussion, what I always do is just I always have to direct it to what I can kumbaga easily cut the conversation, but at the same time connected pa rin yung sagot ko. So kumbaga when there are scientifical questions na, so my response will always be like, so I'm not familiar with that case that you're saying, but what I'll do is that I'll get back to you. Maybe I'll get back to your, let's say, your HR and let you guys know about the response of the company about the specific case that you're talking about. So nare-redirect ko rin pabalik. So, pero I was able to do that because I mean, you just have to be confident
Right.
in talking to people. So that's how you can easily communicate. No, so there should be a confidence in you.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? When you're talking to other people, ano ba, there should be you should also state the reason why you're calling or you're talking to them. So
Mm-hmm.
especially if, let's say you're a salesperson, it's the first time that you get to be a salesperson. You can like call someone and say, "Hey, I have something to offer you. So I will offer you this, and whatever that." You cannot go directly to that kind of discussion without you saying first, what's the reason why you're calling? So there should be like state why you're calling, state the purpose why you're calling. Like for example, you can say like, "Hey, my name is Troy. So I'm here to talk about our product. So if you'll be interested to talk about our product, maybe are you okay to give me at least 15 minutes of your time to talk about this?" So that way, you get to state the reason why you're calling, state the purpose of why you're calling, and then the people that uh, you have talked with will also understand that ito yung reason why he's calling. I understand. He's asking for 2 minutes of my time. I understand. So sige, I'll give you the time that you want. So ganon, state your purpose. So that's another thing that I have also realized that is also important. Ikaw, Jamie, when it comes to
Right.
communication, what are the
Well,
things?
there are so many impacts when you develop communication skills for your career. So number one is it would improve your relationship. Like if kahit in any aspects it's whether it's personal, whether it's professional, if you have a good communication skills, you will improve the relationship
Yeah,
instantly. Kasi you'll communicate what's wrong, you'll communicate why why a certain situation's happening and all that. So
Yeah.
it's really really important for me. And another one, it can increase opportunities kasi makikita nila sa iyo the way you talk sometimes,
Yeah.
especially sa mga salespeople. If you know or how to communicate with your target audience, you will definitely get opportunities from there. And then it could help you also to have a better decision making. It would increase your reputation. If you're a manager, a team leader, it could improve your teamwork. And of course, if you are asking for a better salary, you can negotiate it right away if you're a good communication
Yeah.
if you have a good communication skill. So ito, Sir Floyd, because right now that's the thing that some of us get intimidated. By the way, we have 167 views on Kumu. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for tuning in. So, sa mga, eto naman sa mga mag-a-apply, Sir Floyd, sa interview, how can we or our audience can communicate with confidence in interview and negotiation? So, because sometimes they tend to be very nervous about it. They don't know what to say. They don't know um what to discuss to the interviewee.
Yeah.
So we will talk about that on the next minute of this talk.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
ayun.
Understand.
So ako, sir, personally I think it's much better, especially if gusto nating i-increase yung good communication skills natin kapag i-interviewin tayo, is to be prepared. I think
Mm-hmm.
dun tayo kapag kinakabahan kasi tayo and we don't know what to say, hindi natin magagawa yun. Like, we can't really enunciate all the things that we want to say during the interview. So, I really suggest for our viewers to prepare. Do your research and preparation ahead of time.
Yeah.
This will
So
give you a solid understanding kasi of the
when,
topic.
okay.
And you feel
When,
more
when, when
confident.
when we're talking about research, so meaning you have to research about not just on the company that you're going to have your application or your interview
Mhm.
with, but you also have to research about the position you're applying with.
Correct. Yes.
You also research about well, at least of course when you research about the company, you go beyond what are the usual stuff that you'll see in, for example, in their let's say you get to see it in LinkedIn. You whatever you get to see in LinkedIn, that's the only research that you've got. As much as possible, you can also like research more things about the company because it will be appreciated by the recruiter. No, so well, ako rin, when that's also part of the sales training that when ako kasi other than marketing person, I'm also a sales person. So when um, I had a training, this is also part of the stage of research. You also research about let's say kasi as a salesperson you already know the person that you'll have your meeting with. So what I usually do is that there's other than I research about the company that I'll have my presentation with. I also research about the person that I get to talk to. So maybe I'll stalk a little in his or her social media channels, platform, whatever. Para lang I'll see what type of personality this person is.
Yes.
So, kasi ginagamit yun eh kumbaga when in sales or for example, I remember there was a time that I went to the office of this is a sales call, so I went to the office of the person I'll be talking with, and then I saw that this person has a lot of arts. So
Mm-hmm.
um, so sabi ko, okay, this person loves art. So maybe I'll
Yeah.
start with small talk there. So we started the discussion, of course, hindi naman direct agad eh, that you'll be talking about the reason why you're there. No, so that's again second part of the discussion already. Kumbaga, when it comes in the sales funnel, in the sales process, research will be there first. So what I did, so I used that. So I learned that he has a background about art. So I
Mhm.
asked about specific things about arts, and then from there, dun na gumaan yung loob of the person that I get to talk with. And then from there, when I saw that he's already talking with me, started to share more information to me. That's the time that I already entered the reason why I'm there. So from that point, I already know the personality of this contact person. So dun ko na piniikot yung discussion namin kasi helped me
Pinikot. Yeah.
it helped to close a deal. So that's part of the research process. So in an
Mhm.
interview process, same thing. So you do your research. That's very important. You do research about the company or the position you're applied with.
Mhm. At sinasabi ko last episodes din natin, it is a very good impression kasi if mapakita mo sa kanila na you know everything, not really everything, but you know some of the information about the company because you'll show there that you are really interested, you are
Yeah,
really willing to be part of the company. So it's a very good impression if you, I mean, it will not take a whole day naman to research. All the resources are in the internet na. So you just need to do it, and it will definitely help you kasi gain confidence because you already know the answers to the questions na pwedeng i-throw sa'yo.
yeah.
Yan.
And at the same time, yun nga. So again, Jamie, aside from kasi when we're talking about the our setup, so we're in the outsourcing um setup, no. So um when we get to match you with a specific employer, we'll not say directly what employer this is right away.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time you get to know the employer on the day of the interview already. So sometimes it's like that. So what you can do is like you can emphasize more naman on the specific requirements of these employers. So for example, they're looking for, let's say, a digital marketer. You should know about Facebook ads. You should know about LinkedIn ads, whatever. So if you get to see that those kind of requirements during the discussion, doon mo na dadalhin yung mismong usapan.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
yun yung difference when it comes to interview setup with uh, in search for in an offshore setup.
Yes. And dun din papasok, Sir Fle, since you've mentioned that you really need to listen dun sa mga requirements. Dun papasok yung active listening. Because,
Mhm.
paying attention to other person or to the interviewee and their perspective will help you respond to their needs and concerns right away. And,
Right,
and in
right.
confidence. Kasi, na kasi, ang hirap, may mga times then, kasi I got to interview some people before. They always ask, "Puwede pa paulit ng tanong?" And it's actually kind of off for me
Yeah,
kasi you're not listening actively, and that's one of my pet peeves, to be honest. So, ayun, maybe you should, try to be more on the listening side before you talk kasi if you're just talking and you don't know what he or she's been asking, parang mahirap siyang sagutin. Ayun.
yes, yes, that's right. So, yeah, these are the things that you should prepare yourself with when it comes
Mhm.
to developing your communication skills. No, so it happens not just you're already inside the company, but of course in the also in the interview process, you should also learn how to listen, as what Jamie mentioned.
Yes.
So that kumbaga, it also will help you show kumbaga, show a little bit, well, not a little bit, show empathy to the
Exactly.
person
Mhm.
you're talking with. So you say that way you get to recognize whatever this person is saying, and then you get to point out exactly the answer that this person needs from you because you were able to understand and you were able to listen from this person. So yeah,
Yes.
so aside from you developing your communication skills, learn as well to listen.
Exactly. And ako, Sir Flo, ang ginagawa ko, I mean, it's kind of like crazy for other people, but for me, I always oh, we have 207 views down in Kumu. Wow, thanks
Hello.
guys.
Hi.
That's amazing. Okay, so one thing na ginagawa ko before I have an interview, actually, when I when I interviewed by Tache, nag-practice ako sa lamin, Sir Floy.
Mhm.
Like, I rehearsed. Para akong sasabak sa asa. Pero, nag-rehearse ako, I practice my communication skills either in front of my, my mirror or with a friend. So, I did that because mahirap kasing isipin mo lang what to say. I wanted to practice na, okay, this is what I'm going to say if the answer is this one, or the question is this one. So I really do rehearsing before the interview kasi um mas magiging confident ka because you will know na kung ano yung gagawin mo during the interview. Ayun.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, these are I mean when you're communicating with a lot of or with simply when you're communicating, it will not just go with communicating through vocal in a vocal way, but you also have to learn communicating through simply by just sending emails. No, so when you send emails, someone in terms of communication, um, also have to be I don't know paano naman yung setup when it comes to email communication. So you should also ganun din eh, no? You should learn how to create empathy with the person you're communicating with. So
Mhm.
recognize whatever problem this person is trying to solve with your help, and then from there you'll communicate whatever you think will be the solution.
Right.
So kumbaga that's part of the science, the art of communication. So yeah. So yes, that's those are the things. So I mean, there are a lot of things ahead when it comes to developing your communication. It will not take about a day or two, but the idea is that it should be part of your system.
Yes, yes.
So being part of your system, meaning on a regular basis, you try to develop your communication skills. So there are a lot of platforms how you can develop it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, if you want to learn how, you can simply put your message out. So see how if you're watching TED Talks, I'm watching a lot of these talks, and when it comes to TED Talks, kasi they will only give you a few minutes of your time to talk in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
So through a minimum minutes, you have to say everything that you want to say already. So I mean, it's very powerful. It will not take so much of your time. But how are a lot of these talks are? I mean, they have become viral through the years. So why? It's because they were able to develop that special kind of communication. So,
Yeah.
and yun nga, if you have time, you try to see how they're doing it, how a lot of the speakers are doing it. Kasi that's also how you can create your own technique on how you can easily communicate with different
Right.
people.
And I think one thing I noticed, Sir Floy, kasi when we tried to communicate and na parang na-call out tayo na, mali yan, ganito, ganyan, we tend to stop. Like,
Mm-hmm.
mahihiya ka eh. But the thing here is that hindi siya one time, big time na malalaman mo agad. It's a process. So you must have a flexibility. Like, be open to feedback and willing to adapt to your communication style as needed. Because
Yeah.
it's a learning process. Hindi siya yung if you heard this from our show, magiging magaling na communication skill, magkakaroon ka na ng good communication skill. So again, it's a process, trial and error. So but the good thing naman is hindi ka, you're not decreasing your skills. It's actually increasing because you learn something from it. So ayun,
Yeah. So
flexibility.
good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, all right. So again, for those who are kumbaga bitin pa because we only have an hour of this episode for today's show, no. So if you think that there are a lot of more things that you can learn from us, you join us. So that the Gen Z show, where every Monday here in Kumu, so that's from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. So what we talk we talk about anything about career, no, developing your career, or developing how you can make an edge in the corporate world. So that's why it's called the Gen Z show. No, so earlier we have talked about um, how you can have an edge in the offshore setup through the event that we conducted. And then on the second part of the discussion, we talk about how you can develop your own good communication skills. And then what we try to do here in the show is that on week to week or on weekly basis, we get to put in guests in the show. So
Yes.
they're like subject matter experts. So they get to talk about whatever topic that we think will be relatable, and at the same time it is kumbaga it will help a lot of our viewers, not just in those watching in our Facebook channel, but also here in Kumu.
Mm-hmm.
We're in will help you develop your own um, image, or your own create that confidence in you once you already enter in the corporate scene. So again, we're what we do here is not just we don't just provide
Mm-hmm.
opportunities um, for remote work setup, but what we do here is that opportunities where you can have an edge regardless of whatever setup you want to have in the future, whether you want to work in a remote work setup, or in work in the office setup, the traditional setup, no? So that's what we do here. So yun din, that's
Yes.
what we also have in Tache. So um, the opportunities that we provide is beyond the remote opportunities that we give. No, so for those who wants to know more about Tache, if you want to know more about us, you just go to our social media platforms. So you can see below, so it says Tachi Careers. So go to your Facebook or Instagram.
Instagram. Mm-hmm.
Yes, in Facebook you'll get to see our posts, mostly of the job openings we have. Yun nga, nakita niyo from below. We have different positions available. So if you think that you want to know more about these job opportunities we have in Tache, just go to our Facebook page, and then see there we have links. We get to provide links on where you can apply. So just apply in any of our positions. So yeah, so that's it for today's episode. Jamie, anything else that you want to add up?
Um, Nothing else actually, Sir Floyd. Lahat nabigay na. What a good thing about this Gen Z show is it will really open a lot of realizations. Like it's, for example, this good communication skills. Hindi naman natin papansinin to eh. But you'll see how important this is, especially if you're looking for a job and if you are trying to get a good client. It's a very good impression if you have a good communication skills. So again, this is not an overnight practice. It takes time, but kung gagawin mo naman, it will definitely get you anywhere you want. So ayun lang, Sir Floy. Thank you guys for
All right.
tuning in. Thank you for watching to our 268 viewers in Kumu.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're
Thank you
right.
guys. And please tune in every Monday. Again, we have the Gen Z show every Monday starts at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. So, ayun, just message us if you are interested to apply or to be part of Tache. Message us or what's the email address, sir? I forgot, sorry. Um
Recruitment attach
Recruitment at Tache. Yeah. So
education. Attach is TAHCHE.
yes. I think Blue will comment it sa comment section so you can check
Yeah.
it out. So yep,
Okay.
there you go.
So yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for watching. See you next week here in the Gen Z show. Bye.
Bye guys. Thank you. Have a great
Bye.
week.
Ending stream, 185 diamonds. Ano oras na mag-meeting? May meeting pa sila, Lu. What time? Let me ask.